So, what happened to the graceful renegade? What the f happened to the graceful renegade? I don't know. I honestly wasn't sure I'd ever find her again. But I did. I fucking did. And she's ready to come back. So let the comeback begin. Well, this is where I left you. I hung up my helmet for almost a year, and to be very transparent, I wasn't sure I would ever get back on a motorcycle again. The reason for that is because I got sick. And for most of 2025, I felt like a shell of my former self. You know, they often say that when you're ill or sick or not physically 100%, the only thing you want, the one thing you want is just to be healthy again. We take our health for granted, and I learned that in a really brutal and rough way. But then the end of the summer came. And by October, I was given a clean bill of health and also given the opportunity to get back in the saddle. And so I bought a CRF 250F and got back in the dirt as soon as I could. After a few days of riding out in the desert, I had a bourbon, I sat down, and I made a choice. I made a choice not just to start riding again. I made a decision to make a comeback. I set goals, lofty goals, because that's just how I'm wired. If there's not a goal to reach that makes me uncomfortable and challenges and pushes me well beyond my comfort zone, then I'm not gonna do it. 1 season, 2 rallies, 3 BDRs, 4 expeditions, and 5 days of getting my ass kicked in training in Canada. So welcome to my new series, The Comeback. Holy shit, am I excited. Because I wanna ride again. And not just ride, I wanna be the best rider I've ever been. All right, so I'm out here with my favorite Dork today, who seemingly abandoned me for his DRZ for a little bit, just to get all of his mods ready. But we're gonna be doing a little filming for Ben's channel, hitting some trails. I'm gonna do my best to keep up with him on the DRZ with my 250 and just have a little fun. But in the meantime, I gotta keep an eye on Mr. Zoomy Zoom. He's having too much fun without me. Look at Ben on that DRZ. Looking good, man. Looking good on the DRZ, Ben. Oh, there's Broken Top. Beautiful view. We're heading to the gravel pit to play. Nice! Ah! Oh, that was tight. Look at Ben catching all the air. Like the beast he is. I love it. Love it, I love it. Yeah! Off we go to the mountains. Off we go to the mountains. Woo! Following Ben down the hill. 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 Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah.
Decent step downs too.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 pop downs. I know there's one that has a go around, but I would like to try going off the step.
If I get to a cool obstacle, I'll stop it so I can take pictures of you, okay?
Yeah, I'm here to take pictures of you, sir. You're the celebrity.
Yeah, they're personal pictures from my private collection.
I know. All right, down to the canyon we go. Over the river and through the woods to the canyon crossing we go. Last time I did this, I almost died, so let's try not to die, Grace. Actually, I think almost every time I've done this route, I have done something insanely stupid on a bike. When I had my KTM, I basically whiskey throttled through half of this fucking juniper forest. And in the aftermath of that, with my rally, I think there was still some ice, and I just hit something slick. Also, there's a lot of branches in here, so I have hit my head before. But yeah, I hit something slick, and man, it did not go well. But this is good practice for somebody like me, especially with my little comeback tour here, trying to get better at not only steering, but just being a better rider with static balance and everything else. So chase and bend around is what I do best, and it's also pretty beautiful back here. So onward. Different, huh?
To see what Paul did to my suspension. It's quite a difference.
Well, Paul's a master. We know this. All right, here comes Ben on my bike, coaching me through.
Oh, this sucks. Yeah, don't go this way. It is hard to line up.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So I hate to say this, but I pushed out of the little cliff drop there just because even though I am really desperately trying to get myself back in riding shape like I was a couple years ago, I honestly just am not ready for it. And thankfully, I've got a lovely buddy who is willing to get my bike down over for me. Also, thank you to Ben for being a great coach and telling me I didn't have to do it, because I think sometimes we feel pressured to do certain aspects of the ride even if we're not comfortable yet, and like Ben said, that's typically when we get hurt, you know. So anyway, back to it here. Looks like we got a fun little rocky section that I should have taken standing. I'm just being a puss, but I am getting better at this, slowly. At some point, I'm going to come back and do this trail. I'm going to f*** it up, and I'm going to feel so good about it. Anyway, back to standing. All right. Smooth descent, numero dos. Here we go. Yeah! And that is how it's done.
Easy. The bike does all the work, dude.
It really does. And it's not until I get through a little drop like that where I'm like, oh, this is so much easier than you think it is. Just let it run.
As long as it's not a bigger drop than the halfway up your tire, and your tire is fucking 21 inches tall, so you've got a full foot.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep, easy peasy.
I panicked a little trying to get turned around to take pictures of you.
Oh, I can see that. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I think that's where I've wiped out before. Nice. Very good. Whew. Whew. Nice, nice. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, it's so fun back here. It was definitely challenging for someone like me. Woo! Oh yeah! Woohoo! God, I forgot that the end of this trail is like never-ending. Whoops! Holy shit balls, Batman! My legs are dead.
This is something I need to do for myself. Last year was one of the hardest years of my life. I felt like every time I turned a corner in the hopes it would get better, it didn't. And I felt like a part of me died. And I'm gonna do everything I can to resurrect the better parts of who that woman was, because I really miss her. I never lost my love of adventure, of exploring, of being outside. I do those things all the time. I lost that spark. That thing that motorcycles gave me that nothing else did. In an effort to get back to her. That's why I'm documenting this. Because at the end of the day, I don't really know that I care if anybody watches this. If it could inspire one person to keep trying on a bad day, that's all I care. Life is fucking hard. It hurts a lot. And we gotta find those little things that make us who we are and make us happy and help us find joy and help us find contentment and inspiration and that rush of adrenaline, excitement. Those are the things that make life worth living. Nothing makes you appreciate those more than having them taken away from you. And so, I'm taking them back. 2 Wheels, 2026. Wild and free, baby. See you next time.